the Heritage Minutes. Hi guys, how's it going? My name's AussieTash. I have been getting so many suggestions to check out the Heritage Minutes. So I jumped onto YouTube and oh my gosh, I had no idea what exactly it was. Now I see there's 98 plus stories all broken down into 1 minute of something that's happened in the history of Canada based around someone or something. So what we're going to do is we're going to start from the very, very start, 6 years ago when the Heritage Minutes first started on YouTube, and we're just going to work our way, keep on going. Really excited to get into this. I've been getting so many suggestions and recommendations to watch the Heritage Minutes. But before we do, please jump on and hit that subscribe button. That would really help me out. Okay, the Heritage Minutes, number 1, Jackie Shane.
Long way from Nashville, and mama, I tell you that. Performed from Montreal to Boston to Los Angeles. But Toronto, that's my chosen home. Sure, when I'm walking down Yonge Street, I see some funny people who have the nerve to point the finger at me. And grin and smile and whisper. My song was number 2 on local radio. Sold 10,000 in Toronto alone. Turned down Ed Sullivan because they asked me to remove my makeup. Wouldn't do American Bandstand because of their segregation policies. I was just being me, never tried to explain myself to anyone. And besides, none of that don't worry, Jackie, because I know I look good. Got a new way of loving, baby. Thought I want to teach it to you.
Jackie Shane was a pioneer transgender soul singer, a central figure in the Toronto R&B scene. She helped shape what we know as the Toronto sound.
Okay, Jackie Shane. What an awesome story. What a pioneer for the transgender community. Loved it. Absolutely loved it. Now it's time for episode 2, Tom Longboat.
I am Gagwege. My name means everything.
Tom Longboat.
I am Wolf Clan, Onondaga Nation. I've run many different races. I've run to survive and to be free. I've run to win for honor.
His people might be lazy, but this one's damn fast.
My people respected our runners, people who carried important messages from village to village.
I need a guide to the next post. Dispatch carrier, sir. I can get you there.
God's sakes, man, slow down. Who do you think I am, Tom Longboat?
No, sir. I am.
Running makes me feel alive. It's everything.
Tom Longboat was the first Indigenous person to win the Boston Marathon. He ran his way to international fame and became an inspiration to generations of athletes.
Wow, Tom Longboat was the first Indigenous Canadian to win the Boston Marathon. That's awesome. What a great story. He was also in the war as well. What a great story. I love that. I'm loving these little minute stories. They're really, really good.
I don't care what the law is. I will never be a slave. That word, I hate it. It rests on my tongue like rot.
Peter, how does it feel to get paid for your work?
There are rumors freedom's coming for us all.
Freedom, you know that's all I want.
Chloe, careful. Vrooman would rather sell you across the river to America than let you go free.
Then I'll run.
I've run before. Maybe this time for good.
No! No! Just get her into a boat. No!
Chloe? Chloe, no!
Let me go!
Word of Chloe Cooley's resistance led to Canada's first legislation limiting slavery. After 200 years, slavery was abolished in Canada in 1834.
So she was taken as a slave? They don't know what happened to her? Oh, that's really sad, isn't it? That's, like I said, I'm loving these little stories, but when you think for a second that it's real life and it actually happened to a person, that's a bit sad sometimes, isn't it?
Leonard Thompson, 13 years old, diabetes mellitus, 65 pounds.
Starve the child to let them live? The treatment's as cruel as the disease. It's a death sentence.
Dr. Banting.
This could be it.
He's the first to receive this trial. But will it save him?
It's not pure enough.
So we try again. And again. And again.
Before the discovery of insulin, diabetes was a death sentence. Banting, Best, Collip, and MacLeod's breakthrough has saved millions of lives. Leonard Thompson's was the first.
The discovery of insulin. Leonard Thompson, the first young child to survive. In one of my earlier videos, I did discover that insulin was something that was developed or discovered by 2 Canadian doctors or scientists. So that is really, really cool. What a life-changing development that was for millions and billions of people.
My dad was a railway porter. It was just about the only job a black man could get. But he had big plans for us. Music would be our ticket out of poverty. I knew we couldn't afford that piano, so I practiced twice as hard.
Nice, Daisy. Okay, Oscar, let's hear it.
Turns out, I wasn't half bad. Then I found jazz, or it found me. It wasn't all easy, though. I faced a lot of hate, but I found my stage. They call me the man with 4 hands. Well, I don't know about that, but let's see how far this ticket takes me.
From Montreal to Carnegie Hall and far beyond, Oscar Peterson became one of the most recorded and celebrated jazz musicians of all time.
Well done to Oscar Peterson. What an awesome story. He loved playing the piano, he wanted to play in front of the people, he wanted to perform in front of people, and he made it happen. Fantastic story. Triumphant. I just love it. I'm really, really enjoying these little Heritage Minute stories. What a wonderful way to learn about the history of Canada and all its wonderful people.
You must be the reporter. Come with me.
So, Miss McGill, how does it feel being Canada's famous woman engineer?
The real story is the work we've done retooling this factory.
To build the Hawker Hurricane?
Indeed. 40 planes last month with a capacity of up to 100. Our fighters are over England as we speak. Of course, it pains me to see airplanes mass-produced like boxcars or baby carriages. But in war, we make concessions in favor of innovation.
You must feel at home, though, managing all of these women.
I'm not here to manage women.
Well, you must admit it is an unusual job.
I'm the chief engineer here. I do what engineers do. That's all.
What are we doing now?
We are to win this war. We need to know how she flies.
Elsie McGill was the world's first female aeronautical engineer. She oversaw Canada's production of Hawker Hurricanes during the Second World War, earning her the nickname Queen of the Hurricanes.
Elsie McGill. I love her story. Love her, love her, love her. Man, don't underestimate the power of a woman. Don't underestimate. If we want to do something, we'll do it. We needed to fly those planes. We needed to get those planes up in the air. It was the middle of the war, so she did it. She didn't care. She was a female, so what? There was a job that needed to be done. She knew how to do it, and she got it done.
We fought our way through Italy and then headed for Amsterdam, sweeping for Germans along the way. Our worst fear was to catch a bullet in these last hours of the war.
I was 15 when the Nazis invaded the Netherlands. More than 100,000 Dutch Jews never came home. Our men were put into forced labor. By 1945, we were starving. The food drops gave us hope. And then the Canadians came.
Before Amsterdam, I couldn't have explained why we were there, all those years away from home, but the Dutch showed us why it mattered.
Papa wanted me to bring some soldiers home to thank them personally. And that's when I first saw Wilf. And I invited him over that afternoon.
Marguerite Blaise married Lieutenant Wilf Gildersleeve. They moved to Vancouver, where they raised 8 children. Today, the Dutch still remember the Canadians who liberated them.
Wow, what a powerful story. Even when there's war, there's still love and hope and peace. I really love that story. The liberation of the Netherlands. Beautiful.
Our ancestors came here from France to build a better life. We lived here happily for generations. Until the British decided they wanted our land. The men were called to a meeting and then imprisoned. They demanded we swear an oath to their king and took everything, regardless. We were forced from Acadie, the only home we knew. Mon Acadie n'existera plus.
From 1755 to 1763, over 10,000 Acadians were ripped from their homeland. Despite this, Acadian culture endures in Atlantic Canada.
Oh, that's a really sad story, isn't it? I mean, I say it as if, oh, that's a really sad story. But that's real life, isn't it? That really, really happened. I'm loving these stories, like I said, but it's also really, really hard when you think about this is real life. This actually happened. We think about what we have now and how lucky we are and how fortunate we are and just how back then it was just a different time, wasn't it? Okay, I think we watched 7 of the Heritage Minutes, part 1. There's still plenty more to go. Please, if you want to see me continue watching the Heritage Minutes, smash the like button, leave a comment, and remember to subscribe. That would really help me out. Cheers from down under. Take care. Bye.